live now with our 1111 Spiritual Transit. Now, why we've changed the name is because Jack and I were talking about our twin flame journey, but it's also going off in a lot of other different directions, which are the twin flame journey is affecting other aspects of our spiritual awakening, spiritual journey. So we get a lot of questions about not just twin flame, we're getting a lot of questions about how we are running with regards to our lives, excuse me, spiritually and other aspects. We're talking, some people are talking about astrology, some people are talking about crystal healing, some people are talking about our actual healing process, Akashic records. We've got that great video which we'll share very soon, which was great, Jack, wasn't it? It came out really,
yeah,
it came out really well. You did a wonderful job on that one.
Thank you.
So we're going to go and move on to that side of things. So we will keep the twin flame as our main source, because this is what we got to at a point where we got together, obviously, and talked about it, but now it's also expanded onto different aspects of our life, which is basically how we're growing spiritually. So we'll go with that and see how that goes. We did have a lot of questions. We did last week. We did a reading, which will go up very, very soon. Okay, we'll be putting that up. Had a few issues with the internet and bits and pieces. And obviously, life takes us a second thing. How have you been, Jack? Anyway,
Things are good. It's been a very busy week. Lots of energy shifting. But yeah, it's definitely been interesting.
We've had an earthquake here.
I heard you said that, so that's something.
Yeah,
it was just in Australia?
No, not in Melbourne. No, not in Melbourne. But yeah, I just got up and I've heard the shaker going. Okay, then went back to sleep. That's pretty much what happened. I'll be honest with you. That's all.
Well, you felt it, so I mean, we always have a lot of, they say, mini ones, but I never felt anything.
Yeah,
not that I care to either way.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, isn't it? So let's get on to this. So what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we'll try the next couple of weeks with regards to readings. We're going to have card oracle readings as well. We'll do those live. I'll be doing the Native American spirit cards, medicine cards. Jack will be doing her version of the tarot cards. Is that correct? Oracle cards there, Jack?
Yeah, oracle, tarot, kind of whatever. I guess we kind of feel of the day. It'll vary, but yeah. Cards, yeah, that's how nonetheless.
That's how we're going. So we'll probably see how we go first couple of weeks. So bear with us. Thanks a lot for joining in. And this will go live on YouTube and also Instagram and Facebook very, very soon. Okay, let's get started here. Okay, so some of the questions that we've got this week, Jack. Okay. Hi, Jackie and Jay. Thanks very much for your insight into the twin flame journey. It has opened me up a lot, and I am feeling very, very excited about the prospect of becoming a better person. Oh, thanks. Oh, it does happen like that, yeah. What are some of the lessons you have learned during this journey? Quite a simple question there, Jack. So,
I was going to say, how much time?
Well, we could be on here forever.
Yeah.
What's some of the main ones?
Endless. Okay, so yeah, it's endless.
Let's go with that one. What are some of the main lessons you've learned?
I guess the main lesson for me, like I said, there's so many that I could get into, but really the main lesson was to trust my better judgment. When I'm concerned about something, when I'm worried about any problem, I have to go in and check in to myself in quiet reflection. And usually in that sense, I always come to the best outcome. It's not easy because I have tendencies to incorporate negative habits when bad things happen. So that is the biggest lesson, is that when those things happen, and they happen a lot, it's just to continue to go back into quiet reflection and process, so I can channel that energy accordingly.
I'll ask you, with regards to your work that you do a wonderful job on, has that enhanced your work at all with the Akashic record reading?
It has. It all expands together, and as I develop a greater awareness of myself, new avenues to pull from, these new avenues open up for me as well. So it's always expanding, and I'm always changing the way I'm interpreting information, and that goes for my business as well. Yep.
Sweet. So with me, it's only really happened the last, I guess, since the twin flame happened, which is basically when I killed the ego. I think that's what they always say, like your ego sort of destroyed during the process, and I think that's been the big one for me because it's been running my programming the last 40 odd years, nearly 50 years. So we looked at it in a way where I just basically said to myself, look, after we went through that real dark time, you sort of step up with being the safe and the way, basically to live your purpose and where you're at. That's where we connected. I do obviously the other podcast with Life Theories, and also I think a greater spiritual awareness. I did a lot of dreams, a lot of visions, all those kinds of things. I'm really walking into that spiritual awakening, sort of into my own spiritual way, I guess, and where I'm at. So I get a lot of dreams. I'm doing a lot of writing, and the writing is amazing. I pretty much wrote a whole book. The writing for me and journaling, also having the clarity about the shadow. Yes, about the shadow work. So we'll talk a bit about that as well. So that's really my expertise in some ways. You got the yin and yang and talk about the shadow, but we'll talk about that a bit later. But it's sort of given me a really good guide in where I'm going to go through the forbidden door, take the hard hit, opening up the door that you're supposed to have, and get rid of the stuff within you, or actually work on it, and then you walk into you walk into yourself, I'd say. So you're sort of really destroying that ego and walking through the forbidden door, walking down the life that you're supposed to live. And I guess we've done a lot of memes and all those kind of things to open up us as spiritual warriors, I'll call it. Have a look at Words of the Warrior, do a lot of little bits and pieces there. So yeah, I guess I get a lot of messages, and I'm still developing with those lessons. But yeah, I think the big thing is actually stepping back and letting things happen, and not getting the ego involved. That's my big one.
Yeah.
Huge.
I agree. Very.
Huge. And I think it's a daily practice with a lot of people. So yeah, that'll be the big thing for us.